everyone, welcome to my channel Green World Invest. I hope you are doing good. The topic for today's discussion is Edelweiss Multi-Asset Allocation Fund. So in this video, we will review Edelweiss Multi-Asset Allocation Fund, too clever by half. So in this video, we will take a look at this fund. We will see its different features, its advantages, its disadvantages. We will also discuss what multi-asset allocation funds are, why are they becoming so popular in our country recently, and the different objectives of this fund, whether it makes sense for an investor like us to enter this fund or not, what are its returns, how has it performed, the taxation, the allocations, the expense ratio. So we will take a look at all these questions, and I hope at the end of the video you as an investor will have a clear idea of what multi-asset allocation funds are and whether they make sense for us, for retail investors, for small investors like us to get into this fund or not. So let's begin the video. So Edelweiss Multi-Asset Allocation Fund review, too clever by half. Now, what is Edelweiss Asset Multi-Allocation Fund and how it works? So Edelweiss Multi-Asset Allocation Fund was launched recently. The overall theme of the fund, it belongs to the hybrid or multi-asset class of funds. Now, what are they? Why are they becoming so popular in our country recently? So recently, the government of India has changed the taxation on the debt fund. So earlier, if an investor was investing into a debt fund, he would be taxed at 20%, plus he would also get the indexation benefit on the part fund if held for more than 3 years. But now, after the recent government changes have been made towards the taxation of debt funds, and now this indexation benefit has been removed, and which results in the debt funds being taxed as same as fixed deposits. So, and which is around 30 to 40% for higher taxed investors. So yes, so now the benefit of indexation on the debt fund has been removed, and the taxation has become similar to that of fixed deposits. So now why? Now many people argue that this was done by the bank lobby to attract more fixed deposits towards themselves as compared to the debt funds by different AMCs. So yeah, so but we do not know. Let's see what was the reason. We do not know the actual reason, but this could be one of the reasons, because अभी debt funds से हमने जब taxation को similar कर दिया है fixed deposit में, so as an investor, why would I want to go and invest in a different form of fund if the taxation is similar to that of fixed deposits? Better to make your deposits in a fixed deposits. एकदम रिस्क फ्री है, आपको कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं है, आपके इन्वेस्टमेंट सेफ हैं और आपको फिक्स्ड इनकम मिलते रहेगा. So this made debt funds lesser attractive to investors like us, because कुछ फायदा नहीं दिख रहा है ना हमको. पहले इंडेक्सेशन बेनिफिट के लिए investors used to opt for debt fund to allocate their fixed income allocation part को debt fund में डाल देते थे, क्योंकि उसमें उनको indexation benefit मिलता था, lower taxation होता था. But now, after the removal of indexation benefit, makes much lesser sense to go in for debt funds. अब taxation part similar है fixed deposits के, so then why to take the hassle, unnecessary hassle? आप आराम से fixed deposits में पैसे डालो और आप कमाओ अपने fixed income को. तो इस यही to overcome this drawback, many mutual fund houses have come out now with hybrid or multi-asset allocation fund, ताकि investors को best of both the worlds मिल सके. Now we will see what multi-asset allocation funds are, so that this point is more clear to you. So a multi-asset allocation fund is, as the name suggests, it is a multi-asset fund. मतलब इसमें कुछ allocation equity में होगा, कुछ allocation debt में होगा, कुछ allocation silver या gold में होगा, commodities में होंगे. तो इस तरह से ये पूरा overall fund design किया जाता है for the benefit of investors. So इसमें किस तरह से allocations होते हैं? तो according to the government regulations, at least equity, fixed income, I mean debt, और आपका कोई commodity में allocation होना ही चाहिए, at least 10% each. तो according to the government definition, government regulation के हिसाब से आपका multi-asset का definition हो गया, जिसमें at least 10% equity, fixed income या commodity का exposure होना चाहिए. Generally जो देखा गया है कि जो fund houses हैं, उसमें equity और fixed income का तो एक share होता ही होता है, that is for sure. And next they would opt for either a commodity like a gold or silver, या फिर REIT में कर देते हैं या InvITs में कर देते हैं. तो general overall अगर आप सीन देखें फॉर मल्टी एसेट एलोकेशन, तो इस तरह से वो एलोकेट होता है. नाउ लेट्स so if we talk particularly about the Edelweiss multi-asset allocation fund, so this fund was launched to replicate the performance of a debt fund or fixed income without incurring higher taxes. So main objective to lure the investors अपने fund में invest करने के लिए, तो इन्होंने जो fund launch किया, तो इसी तरह से डिजाइन किया कि जो इनके holdings होंगे वो those will replicate the fixed deposits or debt debt, they will be inclined more towards these assets, and so that they incur lower taxes. तो अगर हम देखें तो as multi allocation funds with around 35 to 65% equity allocation attract the same taxation जो पहले पहले था, that is 20% taxation with indexation benefit if held for more than 3 years. तो इसीलिए EDMAF के जो fund allocation है, it is around 35 to 40% in equity arbitrage, 45 to 55% in fixed income assets, and around 10 to 15% in gold silver arbitrage. तो इस तरह से Edelweiss ने अपने मल्टी एसेट को डिजाइन किया कि अराउंड 35 to 40% in equity arbitrage, 45 to 55% in fixed income, and 10 to 15% in commodities like gold and silver arbitrage. तो अगर आप arbitrage funds में interested है, so I have made another video on equity arbitrage fund, the link of which is flashing above on your screen. So if interested, please have a look. तो arbitrage में होता क्या है? Just let me just quickly run through. So in arbitrage is a low risk kind of and in a strategy in which an investor can buy and sell the same commodity at different points in time. तो आप फ्यूचर, जैसे आप करंट मार्केट में ट्रेड कर रहे हो और फ्यूचर प्राइस में आप अगर फ्यूचर प्राइसेस उसके देखो तो वो जो डिफरेंशियल होता है उसको आपको खेल जाना है और उस पे आपका गेन बन जाता है. सो दिस इज द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ एन ओवरऑल आर्बिट्राज, बट इजियर सेड देन डन. इसके भी अपने प्रोज एंड कॉन्स हैं, रिस्क हैं, लिक्विडिटी इश्यूज हैं, ट्रांजैक्शन कॉस्ट इश्यूज हैं. तो ऐसे सुनने में लगता है कि लो रिस्क प्रोडक्ट है, लेकिन अगर लिक्विडिटी ही नहीं होगी तो फिर आप कैसे, वो प्राइस डिफरेंशियल अगर अच्छा नहीं होगा तो आप फिर क्या कमाओगे. सो दिस इज द ओवरऑल प्रिंसिपल ऑन विच इक्विटी आर्बिट्राज फंड. सो इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड प्लीज गो लुक एट दैट वीडियो. उसमें हमने डिटेल में कवर किया है अबाउट इक्विटी आर्बिट्राज फंड्स, हाउ दे वर्क, देयर फीचर्स, देयर एडवांटेजेस, डिसएडवांटेज, whether as investor you should invest in them or not. So now getting back to the Edelweiss multi-asset allocation fund. So the returns of all these three assets, what were the three assets? The equity exposure, the fixed income exposure, as well as the commodity exposure of gold and silver. So इनके जो returns है, it is generally around 6 to 8%, which makes it similar to that of fixed deposits. लेकिन ये theoretically कहा जाता है, but if you look at it, in my view, that a little portion of risks get involved. Why? Because जैसे अभी हमने बात की arbitrage में, generally it is not so easy that what it says, what it shows off, because आपका अभी कोई कमोडिटी है, आप उसको फ्यूचर मार्केट में ट्रेड करोगे. अब फ्यूचर मार्केट में उसकी लिक्विडिटी कैसी रहेगी, आपका जो ट्रांजैक्शन कॉस्ट है टू एंटर एंड टू एग्जिट, वो एड ऑन हो जाता है. तो और अभी बिकॉज ऑफ दिस चेंज इन द टैक्सेशन ऑफ द डेट फंड इन्वॉल्व, मेनी इन्वेस्टर्स आर नाउ क्राउडिंग दिस स्पेस. तो इस वजह से भी रिटर्न्स पे प्रेशर आ गया. रिटर्न्स आर नॉट दैट हाई एज एक्सपेक्टेड. तो इस वजह से जो आपके रिटर्न फैक्टर है, जो कि हम दे आर क्लेमिंग टू बी अराउंड 6 to 8%, इट इज जनरली नॉट द केस. सो रिटर्न्स विल बी अफेक्टेड बिकॉज ऑफ liquidity, high transaction cost, as well as the huge crowding in this space. इस वजह से returns इनके काफी high नहीं होते हैं. So अगर हम दूसरा इसका drawback देखें तो इसकी जो benchmarking है, which involves Nifty 500 and Nifty 5-year GSEC, as well as domestic gold and silver prices, तो ये these are super complicated. So will you as a layman, as a common investor, be able to see the performance through these complex structure of benchmarking involved? तो इस वजह से it becomes a little complicated for a common man or a small retail investor to get into these funds. And also, why the use of benchmark Nifty 500 if it involves an equity arbitrage? So these are the questions that we need as investors to ponder upon before investing into such funds, such multi-asset allocation fund. तीसरा अगर हम drawback देखें तो जो इसका 10 से 15% allocation है towards gold and silver arbitrage, तो इंडिया में अगर आप देखें तो गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर जो पेपर मार्केट्स हैं उसकी हिस्ट्री उतनी साउंड नहीं है. इट इज नॉट दैट रिच एंड इट इज नॉट दैट वी हैव नॉट सीन अ सस्टेन परफॉर्मेंस या रिटर्न्स. वो हम एज इन्वेस्टर्स वी आर नॉट इन द प्लेस टू मेक दैट कंपैरिजन, टू मेक दैट स्टडी. सो फिर इस वजह से जो ये 10 से 15% के रिटर्न्स हो जाते हैं वो भी थोड़े से इन दी ग्रे एरिया ही पड़ जाते हैं, बिकॉज एज इन्वेस्टर्स वी डू नॉट हैव मच ट्रांसपेरेंसी और क्लैरिटी टुवर्ड्स दीज पेपर मार्केट्स ऑफ गोल्ड एंड सिल्वर इन इंडिया. तो फंड स्ट्रक्चर ओवरऑल आप देखें तो it is very complicated as the benefit out of lower taxes without paying much attention on the returns part. तो एज एन इन्वेस्टर अगर मैं अपना पैसा डालना चाह रही हूँ कहीं, तो मेरा सबसे बड़ा फर्स्ट माई कंसर्न, माई क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट आर द रिटर्न्स. जो इस केस में इट इज नॉट वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग, इट डज नॉट गिव अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग पिक्चर. एज एन इन्वेस्टर्स आई एम नॉट वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट द रिटर्न पोर्शन ऑफ इट. येस, द टैक्सेशन, देयर आर पॉजिटिव्स इन दिस फंड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लोअर टैक्सेशन. और अगर आप देखें तो इसका एक्सपेंस रेशियो भी काफी कम है, ओनली 40 basis points if you go for direct plan and 70 basis points if you go for regular plan, which is much lower than the other hybrid funds from other fund houses. So, and taxation is already low, as we have discussed, but the negatives which we have already discussed earlier make this investment not a very preferred choice for investors, because I think in my view it will not make a very sound investment choice because of the gray area, the cloudiness around the returns part, and the complex structure which makes it very difficult for an individual retail investor to study its performance. So in summary, the Edelweiss fund is too complicated and clever by half. So to get the tax benefit, they have made it very confusing, which it should not be the case. Fixed income में अगर आपको fixed income type आपको return आप expect कर रहे हो, या आप fixed income type you want to be assured of the returns, you want to just put in your money and just relax कि आपके वो पैसे आने ही आने. लेकिन इस particular multi asset fund में काफी complexities involved in the form of the structure, how it was devised, the benchmarking that was involved. So for a common retail investor like us, I don't think it will make much sense. इससे better है आप fixed income में ही पैसे डाल लो अगर आपको fixed income type returns की expectation है. Why to go in such a complex investment option? So I would look at better alternatives in different funds and assets rather than going in this one. And so that is my advice to you. I'm not a SEBI registered income advisor. For all your investment purpose need, please meet a registered investor advisor today. This video was made only for the purpose of education and to bring more awareness around these products. So I hope you like my video. अगर आपको पसंद आए तो वीडियो को लाइक करें, मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, और also share it with others. I'm new to this platform, so I'm just looking for your support to help me grow. So for subscribing, just click on the green globe that is flashing on your screen right now. I hope to see you again, and thank you and have a very nice day. Bye.